Fans, at this time, we would like to do a special awards presentation for the Person of the Year. This gentleman was introduced to lacrosse while attending Chapel Hill High School in North Carolina. He continued playing club lacrosse while attending Texas A&M, playing midfield and being coached by Tony Scazzero. He continued playing club lacrosse in Houston for the Coors team and for Metro Lacrosse. He joined the THSLL Board of Directors in 2002 as the South District Coordinator for Division I and II. He served as the THSLL South Division I Coordinator from 2006 to 2019. He was the U.S. Lacrosse Texas Area Chair from 2010 to 2012. He then became the THSLL Commissioner from 2019 to 2021, during which the league restructured and adopted the current class structure and playoff system. This gentleman most recently served as a South Class A Coordinator in 2022 and 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has graciously served the THSLL for 21 years, dedicating a tremendous amount of his personal time to the boys that play lacrosse in Texas. We are very proud to honor this servant of the game. Joe Donahue is the THSLL Person of the Year for 2023. A big round of applause. Congratulations. Fans, at this time, we please ask that you rise as able, remove your hats, and turn your attention to the 50-yard line for the playing of our national anthem. Class A All-State defenseman from Coppell, Nate Sullivan.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Buddy Echols Field for the THSLL Class A state title, brought to you by Game On Sports. Hello and happy Mother's Day to all mothers out there. We have a rematch between the Kinkaid Falcons and the Knights from Episcopal School of Houston. These two teams met on March the 28th, and the Knights won that match 12-9. As the saying goes, familiarity breeds contentment, and I am of the belief that these two teams may not like each other very much. Hello, everyone. I'm Heckman Harrison, joined in the booth by John Donville. And John, hey, man, welcome. I guess you get to get breaking in real time on a championship match. I don't know many guys that get broken in like that, but here we are. And you have to let everyone know what your credentials are and how you got to this point in lacrosse.
Yes, I'm currently playing currently playing for the Panther City Lacrosse Club in Fort Worth, Texas, of the National Lacrosse League, and really excited to be living in this area now. Played my collegiate lacrosse at Cornell University and then Maryland, as well as lucky enough to win a national championship at Maryland last year. And I've been around a lot of lacrosse. It's my first Texas high school lacrosse championship, so I'm fired up to be here.
So here's the thing, man. You're a guy, you said, first of all, you said Cornell, state title. So that means high-level lacrosse. You've been a part of some great lacrosse. Here at THSLL, man, this is a lacrosse league that is absolutely amazing and a lot of great lacrosse being played. And, man, welcome. And, man, good to have you on. And this way I don't have to just talk to myself for 2 hours. I got you to bounce this stuff off of. And so let's get started. It looks like right away the Knights take the face-off. Looks like that's Jackson Hearn working for behind the X for the Knights. And tell me, John, when you have a wet field, man, how does that impact you or change the way that you play, as this field has gotten a little wet from the rain earlier today?
Yeah, I think it's less about the field surface itself. I think cutting, especially on turf fields, is pretty much normal, maybe a little bit slippery. The big thing is really the lacrosse sticks. Pockets tend to get a little bit deeper. Sticks hook a little bit more, throw more towards the ground. That's something to manage. Now, I will say stick technology has gotten a lot better in recent years, less of an effect than it used to be.
As you see right now, the Knights working their way down the alley. That's number 99. Drew Hafner. As the Kinkaid Falcons take the possession. Boy, they work it down easily, and that's Peter Frandina with the score. Frandina yesterday with the lone score versus Lake Travis. Frandina looked like he's injured on the play, but he's able to walk off on his own. And Kinkaid breaks the seal for the score here. Going through the starting lineups for the Falcons.
Along with that goal here, penalty after the play as well. So we're going to have a man-up situation after the face-off. So a man-up face-off here for Kinkaid. Look for them to get the ball and settle it in for a power play opportunity here.
Avi Garcia, unnecessary roughness, 1 minute.
Finally with the face-off. Brought to you by 214 Lacrosse. Starting lineups with C2 Education. Peter Frandina, number 3. Brett Siff, number 4. George Kinder, number 9. Will McMacken, number 13. Peter Shields, number 14. Colton Silverstein, number 15. Watt Muir, number 16. Number 24, Alex Easterby. And number 27, Gabriel Myers. And number 28, Pete Nicola.
Shot by 14 Shields.
Just like that, the Knights with the clear. Owen Broden with the clear for the Knights as Episcopal takes over on offense. Down by 1 here with 9:24 in the first quarter. Knifing his way down the GLE is Jackson Hearn. Hearn not able to score as the Falcons come away with the ball and the clear. And so far, John, this is, you could tell that the nerves are taking over for both of these teams, even though the Falcons have scored first. You could just see it in the passing, not as crisp
Yeah, absolutely. I think championship games in a lot of ways are about managing the emotions, and that's why I think that was a big save there for Episcopal, not getting down in a hole early for Kinkaid. Pretty good start, good stop at the beginning of the game to a goal, to a power play. So that was a big stop on the last possession by Episcopal to keep this thing kind of close right out the hop.
As you stated, that the surface may not be that much may not be as impactful as it may be with the sticks and the pockets of the sticks. I love that breakdown. That's a shot that's going to bounce at the feet of Ryan Gatto. And that's the nerves that I was talking about on the clear. You see it just a little herky-jerky in the play right now to get things started. But still, Kinkaid able to come away with the clear, and boy, working in close, and I just thought that was going to be automatic for number 3, Frandina.
Yeah, to your point, we really saw rides and clears play a big role in the last game too, especially in that fourth quarter. The inability to clear. You really got to slow it down, take your time. You know, you got a timing clock on, but it's always more time than you think. Spread the field, get into whatever clear you want to get into, whatever your plan is. It's just hard to go off script, especially in these championship games.
Muir working down the GLE, now back behind the X. I said Kinkaid with the victory here yesterday over Lake Travis. Working inside, and boy, that was a point-blank range shot from Jack Schaefer. Not able to get the score. Hafner working down the alley, looking for a pass. He hadn't passed yet, but there it is. Out to Jackson Hearn. You see that defense just kind of collapsing in and around the crease to protect the goalie.
Yeah, tough pass there, especially just with the distance of it. Once you get really short like that, those 4 or 5 foot passes really requires a lot of touch. Like you said, with the rain and the nerves, just makes it difficult. And again, this Kinkaid defense has been pretty solid here, especially at 6-on-6 situations.
Doesn't look as easy as it seems. I mean, you're talking about guys in close to each other. You would think that would be a little bit easier to make the passes, but not so much.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of diminishing returns. You get the kind of the mid-distance 10-yard passes. That's really the easiest. Once you get in really tight or really long, it starts creating a lot more variables, more touch, or you need to really rip it for the longer passes. So there is a kind of, you can be too close. That's smart play by Episcopal to force those really tight-end passes.
Jared Laskin, number 8, what a great pass inside, but not able to be handled by Peter Frandina. Frandina looked like he was in an awesome place to get that shot off. Good job of regaining the possession for the Knights as they get the reset on the shot clock. Jack Easterby with the pass to number 16, Watt Muir. And that's a shot that ricocheted off of someone here. Getting back top side is Muir. And Ryan Gatto standing in the cage.
Yeah, really been the story of this game so far. This could be a very different score if not for him in the cage. He's really keeping his team in it.
Gatto in close, but boy, that's one that squeaks by. The laser shot.
Well, it took me about 4 minutes and 45 seconds for my first broadcaster's jinx here on Gatto, unfortunately. So apologies to him.
No, man.
But a nice shot.
It's quite all right. And George Ruthven with the score for the Kinkaid Falcons. I don't want to call it a jinx, man. We got plenty of guys that believe in the jinx, but that goal sponsored by Natalie Burkhalter, your State Farm agent. Please make sure you hit up Natalie for all of your insurance needs. This face-off sponsored by 214 Lacrosse. And the first timeout called by Episcopal School of Houston. They take a timeout. We're going to do the same in return as action resumes here on Game On Sports.
I love the idea that when you pull into the service garage, your name comes up on the screen. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Infinity locations.
We've done both new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
You good so far? Okay, good. All right.
Both teams making their way back on the field. Heckma Harrison, John Donville. John, I tell you what, action-packed here for these first couple of minutes of this Class A state title.
Yeah, if you're Kinkaid, you're pretty happy with how things have gone here, and I think that's why you saw the timeout from the other side, just trying to slow this game down. Let's just everyone take a deep breath here. If you're the Episcopal sideline, don't think they're out of this game by any means. Got to get a little bit longer, better possessions on offense, try to create some better chances. They had that one really good one in transition. It's going to be about generating some more opportunities at even strength. And then if you're Kinkaid, it's just more of the same. Keep playing that great defense and keep getting good looks on goal. Obviously, Gatto's been really solid so far, but just keep shooting.
And I'm telling you, for the Falcons, they are going to pepper him with shots. Watching them yesterday versus Lake Travis in the game that they won 7-6, a close match. But Kinkaid very aggressive on offense. So I'm sure these are two teams that faced off before on March the 28th, and Episcopal won that matchup 12-9. So I think sometimes when you have the history of beating a team, maybe that plays into it. That I'm not saying that by any stretch that Episcopal has taken them for granted, but again, it just seems like right now with the momentum and the way that the Falcons are playing, they're clicking on all cylinders here early, even with the nerves.
Yeah, absolutely. Hard to beat a team twice. That's kind of a popular refrain in sports. So we had actually a man advantage there for Kinkaid, and then they took a penalty. So 5-on-5 now. So decision for Episcopal. Do you wait to get your advantage back for a shorter time, or do you play with the 5-on-5, more space on the field? Anyone who's familiar with like overtime hockey, more space, advantage here for the offense. Let's see if they can take advantage.
And John, doesn't look like they're going to waste any time as you see Jackson Hearn trying to work his way from back around X to get top side, and he shoots off, gets 2 shots off. And what a hustle there by number 15, Colton Silverstein. The goalie coming all the way out of the cage to win that possession. Love to see that.
I saw him tossing it around a little bit in the warm-up. He's got a great handle. He can really shoot it as a goaltender, and you see he's been aggressive in the clear, not wasting any time. I think that's been helpful for Kinkaid. And I believe you're seeing the Episcopal player come on now, so we're going from 6-on-5 back to 6-on-6, so back to regular lacrosse here.
Robert Taylor working the middle of the field, getting a pass out. Well, how about that from Preston Shield? That's a guy that had a magnificent game yesterday with the Hattie versus Lake Travis. So please keep your eyes, circle, highlight, and underline number 14, Preston Shields.
Yeah, nice play there to put it in his left hand. Natural right, he put it in his left hand. It increases angle on the goal. Just a nice save.
And the Knights work the clear. Already 3:18 here in the first quarter.
Better patience there on the clear, something we already talked about earlier in this game. Just took their time, found the open guy. You can overcomplicate those situations a lot. Take your time, find the open guy, make a good pass, and now you're playing some offense.
It looks like they've settled in as you see the crisper passes and spacing that they're creating as well. want to get it in the head of Jackson Hearn. You see the speed immediately from the guy number 1. Kinkaid with the purple tops. Boy, what a pass. Inside and score. That's the vision by Jackson Hearn, and the score by Colin Bennett, getting the party started for Episcopal Houston. The Knights get on the board.
Yeah, just a great passing catch here. This is kind of a classic offensive principle where you put a guy right in front of the net and have him kind of go the opposite way of the Dodger. Just really good vision, nice catch and finish right in front of the goal.
And that replay brought to you by Groovy Hughes. And goal, our State Farm agent Natalie Burkhalter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Procedure penalty.
I think it's just a possession call there. It looks like there's some confusion on the Kinkaid sideline trying to get everybody out. I believe that's a kind of a delay of game violation. So no penalty, no man advantage here, but Episcopal gets the ball.
Thompson White bringing the ball inbounds. He's getting a little physical on the far side.
Great pick play defense there by Kinkaid, kind of jumping that pick. Episcopal went for the swim move, risky play, great if it works out, but if the good on-ball defense by the short stick just sticks this guy right in the chest, now it's going the other way.
The Falcons with the clear, setting up their offense. Not a lot of pressure presented on the ride there on the clear for the Knights. But already 40 seconds on the shot clock for the Falcons. Up by a score. How about that for a shot that goes across the cage? Number 16, Watt Muir.
Yeah, good offense, though, on that one. Going after the short sticks defensively. A nice roll-off move and a good shot. Obviously didn't go in, but that's good offense.
We saw Muir waste no time with the short stick on him. Great rear check to dislodge that ball from the head, and the Knights go the other way. Travis Ray working the pass back inside for the Knights.
Yeah, that was what we call big pick play there for Kinkaid, where both the defenders in the pick and roll are long sticks. One of the challenges with that, if you kind of stop and dance or make too many moves, both defenders can get to you pretty quickly. I think that's what happened there. A lot of length with the two long sticks in the pick play makes the check a little easier. Nice defense there.
Yeah, great explanation on that, John. We saw this happen in real time and coming around. That's another shot attempt by Drew Hafner. Possession stays on this end with the Knights.
Episcopal has an invert opportunity here if they want it, with the short stick defending a player behind the goal. We'll see if they go to it.
I think as we saw before when Colin Bennett, you talked about him in the motion, him moving in front of the cage. I think that's what they capitalized on, those cutters in the lane. Wow, what a bouncer from about 15 yards out.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
And boy, that pace is fast and furious, as that is the end of the first quarter. And we're going to take a break for the end and be right back for the beginning of the second for the THSLL Class A state title.
To car shopping with Sewell, because I know that the whole process is going to be seamless, comfortable, and we're going to be taken care of. Buying a car is a big life event. I just felt very relaxed through the whole process. They put us at ease. There wasn't any pressure. It really felt like we were sitting at home trying to buy a car, especially with the cookies. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Back in action here at Buddy Echols Field. Ekman Harrison alongside John Donville, a national champion in the booth with me.
Yeah, it's
what?
Thanks for having me, man. It's exciting.
What are you talking? National champion.
It's great
Come
to be
on,
here,
man. This is awesome. Talk about bringing the quality of the broadcast to a whole nother level. Cornell University, that means you got plenty of brains, man. So what do you do after you graduate from Cornell besides go play professional lacrosse?
Yeah, so I'm actually working in the marketing department for Panther City Lacrosse.
Okay.
We're based in Fort Worth. Our offices are in Arlington, but we're really just working on obviously growing our team and growing our awareness in the area. But a big part of that is growing the game in this region, and it's been pretty cool to see the lacrosse community in DFW. It's a passionate community, obviously growing really quickly, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing, man. Texas lacrosse, it is growing. It's a growing sport. More and more kids are picking up these lacrosse sticks, and as you can tell, man, the athleticism as the game grows, the athleticism is coming with it, and we have some spectacular talent down here. Guys that are going to the East Coast, going to the Virginias, going to the Cornells of the world, and man, it's just good to see the sport growing to this point, and hopefully this weather will hold off because, John, man, we got even a better treat coming after this. This is even better. It gets better. It's working its way inside and going to get the flag. We're going to call that an and one.
Episcopal Houston goal scored by number 25.
Yeah, we this is commonly referred to as the extra step to greatness, this step across the front of the goal. You see right about here, he could have bailed out, gone down the alley, gets right across the goal. That's where goals get scored. A really nice play, gets hit pretty hard. That's the price you take for scoring. But, that's the extra step to greatness. And now it looks like that flag is going to wipe out. So as far as I can tell right now, we're at even strength. So still be at 6-on-6, but a great move there to tie this thing up.
And Colin Bennett with his second score there, stepping in, almost a crease violation as we have a yard sale stick on the ground. And that goal is sponsored by Natalie Burkhalter and replayed by Groovy Hughes. Look at that good stick work by Jack Schaefer. The rear check, earning another possession for the Knights. Someone better get on that guy because he is coming right down the pipe. And, man, unfortunately, Colin Bennett is down on the ground.
Yeah, we'll see if that's just a 1 minute or something more. I think that check got him pretty high, but he's definitely taking a beating here just in this last minute.
And yeah, he ran right through that contact to get in close to take that shot.
Yeah, obviously he's a right-handed player on the other side of the field from where he scored, but it's kind of the same idea. He could have bailed out a little bit, gone towards the alley, went right towards the goal. Obviously couldn't get it to go, but drew a flag. Just doing the right things, getting in the middle of the field. I've always been told and taught that that's where good things happen, and he's proven it right now.
And the penalty is going to be against Gabriel Meyer. I believe that's going to be a 1 minute penalty for Meyer. So man up opportunity here for the Knights. Let's see if they can capitalize.
27, Gabriel Myers. 30 seconds.
You're going to see Kinkaid here.
30 seconds.
Sorry, you're going to see Kinkaid here sharing the middle responsibility on this power play. So look for the middle guy to be open here. I think that should be the focus. Sometimes you'll see the middle player locked off. The middle of the offense should be open on this.
So number 22, Thompson White, we're seeing him collapse down, and that's the guy that we're looking for. And the possession going back to the Falcons. Maybe missed opportunity there by the Knights.
What a play there on the clear, by the way. That was a 30-foot pass on the run by the goaltender, pretty much on a rope into a tight window there.
Yeah, Colton Silverstein, man, he is a stud. I got a chance to watch him yesterday, and he had plenty of stand on his head up goals, saves, and man, this guy does not disappoint at all. I wish y'all, got an opportunity to see that first matchup between these two, that 9-12 that Episcopal won. And speaking of great save, that's another one for our guy number 2, Ryan Gatto. And trying to work the clear for the Knights as they do.
Yeah, oftentimes in title games like this, you can see specialists, if they really dominate their matchup, become big factors. That would be face-offs and goaltenders. So far in both of those, we've seen it be pretty even here. I think the little things are really going to come down to making the story of this game, the clears, the ground balls, that sort of thing, because the specialists are all doing well.
There's our guy working his way back inside, number 22, Thompson White. But how about that? Colton Silverstein just standing in the line of fire to get that save. Finally with the clear inside and patience, but Gatto with the save. That's got to be difficult. You have a guy at point blank range in front of the crease, and you're able to get the mouth of that stick up and get the save.
Yeah, especially he did exactly what I was just talking about on the other end with the extra step to greatness. Did a great job putting it back in his left hand, getting back across the front of the goal. Just an unbelievable save. Now, with that being said, there was an offside penalty with the Episcopal attackman coming over, trying to make a play of the ride, comes over the midline. You see that fairly frequently. So it will still be Kinkaid ball, and they're going to have a man-up possession here.
As the referees talk things through.
The goaltending has really just been remarkable here. A couple, several one-on-one saves here to begin the game. 2-2 with, still 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Lots of time, but wow.
And the Falcons bring the ball inbounds.
So it looks like a different philosophy here for Episcopal. So they're just going to lock the inside guy with a short stick, rotate the 4 long sticks around it. So probably more of a perimeter situation here for Kinkaid.
And you see him coming all the way out on the perimeter, trying to work it back inside are the Falcons. Episcopal doing a great job of switching up their defenses. 45 seconds on the shot clock, 7:31 on the game clock. As we are tied up here in the first half.
Yeah, really good job there just with ball pressure, taking away time and space to shot through the defense. Obviously, in a man-up situation, you can look for skip passes, things like that. A lot harder to do with people in your face. It's a great job defensively there. Now you got to finish this possession. You killed the penalty, still Kinkaid ball. Finish this possession. It's not a stop until you get the ball over half and go play offense.
And bringing the ball inbounds, number 14, Preston Shields. Was not able to corral that pass is number 8, Jared Laskin. Again, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Laskin's in close with a shot that goes behind the goal. That's going to reset the shot clock, and exactly what the Falcons needed. And we're going to get a timeout called on the field. They're going to take a timeout on the field. We'll do the same here in the booth and be right back as play resumes here on Game On Sports.
I'll sit down, have a cup of cappuccino, a cookie, read a book. When the car is ready, they come get me. It's a great way to start a Saturday.
Discover our wide variety of new and L-certified vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Lexus locations.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
Well, back in action here at Buddy Eccles Field. Ekma Harrison alongside John Donville, national champion, professional lacrosse player. Doesn't get any better than that. What else, man? Let's add something to your name, man.
I think those are.
Married yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, still working on that part.
Say husband. Man, perfect opportunity to tell your mom Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I don't think she's listening to this,
okay.
But you never know.
Man,
you never know.
What? I would be calling the phone. Mom, I'm on TV, Mom.
Yeah.
You got to make the call. As the Falcons bring the ball inbounds, number 14, Preston Shields.
Reminder with the reset just before the timeout, fresh 80 here.
Yes.
So opportunity to hold the ball as long as they pretty much want here. Look for a set play out of a timeout. Obviously, you're usually going to draw something up different than what you'd normally do. Look for a set piece here.
Peter Frandina with the pass out to Easterby. You're seeing them get the rotation. They're trying to look for that pass that you talked about earlier, John, in the middle of that crease. But that defense collapsing in around. And how about that for Gatto going into a full split for that kick save?
Yeah, and lacrosse coaches are always telling you to change your levels when you're shooting. So what does that mean? It means the release point of the shot and where the shot ends up is different. That's exactly what he did there. High to low release. Just a really nice save.
They're tied up. And the Knights now back with the possession. A shot attempt by Drew Hafner.
Brief 6-on-5 opportunity here.
They worked it in right close, boy, and they did exactly that. Found the guy standing on the doorstep. Looked like a crease violation initially, but able to cash in.
Yeah, this is really good pick play here. With the two long pulls on the picks again, instead of setting it, just slipped out behind it, created an advantage, caused the slide to come from the backside. But really good pick play, knowing that with two long sticks, they're probably going to look to be aggressive. Slips the pick out to the back, good ball movement, get a shot right on the doorstep. Against the hot goalie, that's what you got to do. Get the ball, facilitate the ball into the middle of the field for the best chances.
And Jack Schaefer with the score for the Knights as they pull ahead by a goal. That goal sponsored by Natalie Burkhalter from State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Just make sure you give Natalie Burkhalter a call for all of your insurance needs. And I think the Falcons, they stole a lot, had a lot of the momentum going there in the first half, but you see the Knights kind of slow and methodical about their approach and going up by a score, stealing the momentum, but the Falcons need to respond here. Whew. Shot inside, that looked good from where I was. George Ruthven's shot though, but Ryan Gatto right there, man. Both of these goalies, as you've mentioned, doing a really good job.
Yeah, that was a more good offense, nice save. I think Kinkaid could be a little bit more aggressive feeding it into some of those cutters. Looks like there's more off-ball space than they're really taking advantage of. With that being said, I think Episcopal is doing a great job again with just getting pressure on the hands, pressure on the ball carrier, making it hard to look through the defense.
Boy, they were right in close. Whistle going to get the push. And we're going to stay on this end. Got to get a body glove on number 25. Colin Bennett just kind of having his way right now in the first half, already with 2 scores for the Knights. How about that? That happened so fast. Colton Silverstein not even have an opportunity to turn his head.
Yeah, really nice cut there for the goal. More good pick play here. I think Episcopal's having good luck with the pick play behind the goal. If you're the on-ball defender there on the pass, you got to try to get out and pressure it a little bit more. When you let the ex-attackman just look through the defense and find cutters, it's going to be hard, especially on your short sticks above the goal.
And that's a bouncer at an angle.
Yeah, really, really nice low-angle shot there. If you're going to be low-angle, you got to get kind of tricky with it. Good way to do it is just put it to the far corner.
Face-off brought to you by 214 Lacrosse. A bit of a scrum here at the 40-yard line, but possession taken by the Knights. Knights working the clear. Number 17, Connor Shanley. .324 as the Knights go ahead by 2 scores. They are definitely peppering Colton Silverstein. Silverstein coming all the way out of the cage.
A lot of room for him in the middle of the field. He might just take off here.
He thought about it.
Yep.
He thought about it. I don't know if that was a shot or a pass by Muir. He was trying to find Peter Frandina, who was working from behind X, standing on the side of the crease, but it goes over the top of his head, and that's going to be a turnover back to the Knights.
Yeah, another nice play defensively there to force one of those short passes. Really, especially in bad weather with the nerves, like I said before, really difficult.
You see the speed from Jackson Hearn, number 1. But they're doing a good job of that rear check to dislodge the ball and maybe come away with the ground ball. That's number 24, Alex Easterby. And numbers on this end for the Knights. Coming back around, and that's a quick pass from number 25, Colin Bennett, back to Jack Schaefer for the score. And as they say, teamwork makes the dream work. Look at this pass here, John, by number 25.
Yeah, even more impressive than the pass, I think, was loose ball or ground ball to get that play started. Really does it all there. A big play in the ride by Episcopal, turns the ball over at a big moment in the game. And their attackman, who's more known for goal scoring, comes up with a big loose ball play, makes a nice feed into the middle. And again, you're seeing these goals are being scored right on the doorstep.
Making that one look easy as the replay brought to you by Groovy Hughes. And the goal by Natalie Burkhalter. Sorry about that, partner.
No, I was just going to say this feels like a big possession in this game. 5-2, a mini run here, but in a game where scoring's been tough, those mini runs become bigger. Going into the half here, if you get it back to 5-3 or maybe 5-4, it's big, and probably more importantly, you just need to get some momentum going, get a good feeling going again before the half.
As my broadcast partner Jim Dixon always says in lacrosse, no lead is safe. But right now, it just looks like Episcopal has stolen all of the momentum, and we might have had a pole goal. Sean, I would have said you're a good luck charm if that would have happened.
Yeah, that was, what a play there. Almost finished it off, too. Now, Episcopal likely hold for the last shot here, or at least they can if they want to. Takes away the opportunity for Kinkaid to go the other way. At minimum, you're going into the half 5-2. We'll see if they elect for that.
But, John, from this different coaching angle, when you have everything clicking, I mean, right now, offensively, they can't lose. Why would you slow that down? I understand from a, schematic, just the X's and O's, you think about, hey, not trying to open the door for these guys to steal any momentum, but you have all of it.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a risk, right? It's a risk reward. You could really go for it here. If you're Episcopal, maybe get 1 or 2 more before the half and almost put this game away before the half. Obviously that's a little bit more risky. The more conventional strategy would be to hold it, but you see they're going right now.
They go for it right now, and they score. Thompson White with the score, working his way back inside. And, man, Episcopal Houston right now, they are on fire. That high to low shot, nothing could be done about it. And Colton Silverstein could not get in the way of that shot. As right now, with 25 seconds left in the first half, the Knights are just pulling away.
Yeah, well, great call by you there as well. Not, you know, why would you pull it out? And now they have another opportunity off the ground ball to get another one before a half here. Kinkaid needs to stop here.
Working it back down inside to number 25, and looks like
Timeout on the field.
A timeout is being called by Episcopal School of Houston. They take a timeout on the field. We will end the booth and be right back as play resumes here on Game On Sports. Seconds remaining here in the first half. Ekman Harrison alongside John Donville. John, this is, man, talk about fast and furious for the first half. Episcopal School, they looked, I don't know, the nerves, maybe, the first couple of minutes there of the first quarter, but they settled in to their offense. And right now, man, they are sharing the rock, and unselfish play is what has got them to ahead by 4 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've really had success with pick play behind the goal. I would think they're going to go towards that for this last 13 seconds, but you never know. We'll see what they have drawn up.
Bringing the ball inside. Boy, they tried to find it. Had a good opportunity there with 7 seconds.
That's stolen by Silverstein and clear.
Lake Silverstein throwing the ball all the way out to end the first half. And so far, the Episcopal Knights 6 and Kinkaid Falcons 2. We're going to take a break for halftime, and the halftime is sponsored by Firehouse Subs, providing lunch to all of the guys here for the THSLL Class A state title. We'll take a 4-minute break and be back with more here on Game On Sports.
I love the idea that when you pull into the service garage, your name comes up on the screen. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Infinity locations.
Once again, the THSLL would like to thank our sponsors this weekend for state championships. I'd like to thank Medco Sports Medicine for providing the tape and wrap for the tournament, to Gatorade for providing Gatorade to all the players and officials, and JC's Burger Bar for providing complimentary meals to the coaching staffs, and for setting up downstairs on the concourse. We'd also like to thank C2 Education, in-person and online test prep, tutoring, and college counseling. Groovy Hughes, your one-stop shop for paint and power washing. Iron Horse Lacrosse, serving the Texas lacrosse community in DFW, Austin, and Houston, grades K through 12 for 12 years. Tryouts for all teams will be held in August 2023. 214 Lacrosse. 214 Lacrosse is your Dallas area lacrosse club. State Farm, Natalie Burkhalter. State Farm agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Firehouse Subs. Come visit us at our Coppell location, just off of Denton Tap and Sandy Lake. And the Tutor Doctor. One-on-one, in-home, or online. Summer programs. Catch up and get ahead. SAT and ACT classes beginning in June. Once again, a big thank you to all our sponsors for their support. Fans, and a big thank you to the Coppell Lacrosse Association for hosting this weekend's state tournament. Thank you, Coppell Lacrosse.
I love the idea that when you pull into the service garage, your name comes up on the screen. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned.
Fans, in addition to hosting the state tournament this weekend, the Coppell Lacrosse Association is also working to raise awareness for the One Love Foundation. Founded in honor of University of Virginia student athlete Yardley Love, One Love is a national nonprofit that provides prevention education to young people about the importance of healthy relationships, empowering them to identify and avoid abuse. The Coppell Lacrosse Association is spreading the message of One Love in honor of Caitlin Rogers, a 2019 captain on our girls lacrosse team that we tragically lost last year to relationship violence. Unhealthy relationships are a public health epidemic. Over 1 in 3 women, nearly 1 in 3 men, and 1 in 2 trans and non-binary people in the U.S. will experience some form of interrelationship violence during their lifetime. One Love helps people identify what unhealthy and potentially abusive relationships may look like and practice healthy relationship behaviors in their own life. One Love believes everyone deserves a healthy relationship, and we hope that you will join us in spreading their mission to your community. There is a table downstairs set up close to the ticket area where you can get more information on One Love, and you can also visit joinonelove.org. That's joinonelove.org to learn more about available resources, volunteer opportunities in your local community, and their student ambassador program. Join One Love movement and help us end relationship violence. Thank you. Fans, both teams today feature exceptional talent on the field. Some players were honored this season with all district and all state honors, and at this time we would like to announce and honor those recipients. First, for the Episcopal Houston men's, All District Attack, number 25, Colin Bennett. Honorable mention, OSM, number 6, Rhett Davenport. Honorable mention, Midfield, number 99, Drew Hafner. All-State Attack, number 1, Jackson Hearn. And honorable mention, Defense, number 17, Connor Shanley. Congratulations to the Knights for their honors. And now to honor the award winners for the Kinkaid Falcons. Honorable mention, Defense, number 24, Alex Easterby. All District Midfield, number 8, Jared Laskin. Honorable mention, Attack, number 16, Watt Moore. All District Attack, number 14, Preston Shields. All State Goalie, number 15, Colton Silverstein. Congratulations to the Kinkaid Falcons for their honors. We're ready to start the third quarter of the Texas High School Lacrosse League Class A State Championship game.
Back in action for the beginning of the third quarter for the THSLL Class A state title. Ekman Harrison alongside John Donville and the Maryland national champion. I got that right now. We're showing a lot of love to Cornell there, but thank you for getting that corrected. You beat your former team for a national title.
Yeah, those are both my schools. Cornell was, I did 4 years there. It was the best 4 years of my life, and you know, won a lot of games there and had a great experience. So, you know, I was lucky enough to play for two great programs.
Pass out of bounds. Possession of the Falcons.
Firehouse sub halftime.
Numbers here for Kinkaid if they want them.
They're just not moving fast enough. They had the numbers, and it's not the urgency as they pull the ball out. And now the Knights, I've seen the Knights, they switch it up so much. They've gone to man zone, collapsing their defense in and around the crease.
Yeah, I think it's often man defense. They're nice goal there.
Wow.
Yeah, wasn't too sure if that went in or not.
Hey, you're better than me, John, because I will scream for mom goals, and I've been teased about that. So yeah. I wait until the referee comes up and raises his arms to let me know that the goal was scored because he was on the other side of the field. But that's a great job there by number 8, Jared Laskin, with the score and exactly what the Falcons needed. And that Natalie Burkhalter State Farm goal. teams back down at the X. And the Falcons come away with him.
Possession, Falcons.
Will Mackin.
Yeah, 2 big ground ball plays on the first 2 faceoffs here. If Kinkaid can turn that battle around, play some more offense here, they're obviously in business. Credit, by the way, I want to say to the high school lacrosse league down here for implementing the shot clock. You don't see that in every high school across the country. I think it's a great brand of lacrosse that is promoted with the shot clock, and especially in title games like this, you're going to see these 2 teams have to keep playing. Episcopal can't just sit on the ball when they get up by a few. We're going to see some great lacrosse here.
Had the opportunity to call some lacrosse where the New York League lacrosse rules were put into place, where they took the shot clock completely out. Bit of a difference.
Yeah, so the shot clock in general is a newer development in the game. My freshman year, we had no shot clock in college, and I just finished last year. So my freshman year, we had no shot clock. I think my sophomore year, they had a shot clock that they could put on, a discretionary one. And then after that, we came in with a full 80 seconds. I was a little bit apprehensive at the start when I was playing. Now I think it's proven to be a huge success. And again, credit for implementing it at this level. We just see some great action on both sides, and teams have to keep playing offense, creates the opportunities for comebacks, things like that.
Yeah, it's just basically speeding up the game, I'm sure. Another shot that goes across the mouth of the goal for Watt Muir. But possession stays on this end for the Falcons. And the Falcons, no need to rush, but they do need to get some scores up. Down by 3.
Yeah, that was a nice set piece there by Kinkaid. Like I said earlier, Episcopal was locking off the middleman in the power play. So by switching the middle guy, you create some confusion, opportunity to make decisions, just weren't able to catch the shot. Now that penalty is now expired, so we're back to 6-on-6 here, 40 seconds left on the shot clock.
Robbie Taylor with the shot attempt for the Falcons. Jared Laskin working back from behind the X, trying to get back topside is Laskin. Thought he was going to go for a little BTB action there. Thought better of it, gets the pass out to reset. 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Falcons, and the jump shot, and that was in close by Watt Muir.
Really nice save there. That's exactly the shot you want to see from Muir. Goes to the jump shot, but cranks it high to low. Just a really great save with the foot there.
Saved by 2 guys.
Working back inside, and that's the bouncer that you need. Jack Easterby dancing in the alley, and just like that, chewing away at that 3-goal lead as the Falcons now only behind by 2.
Yeah, lacrosse is a funny game. They played great offense there for like a minute and a half, get a bunch of good looks, can't get them by Gatto, and then find a turnover in the clear game, get kind of a, in hockey you'd call it a greasy goal. But get an easier one, on the clear. Just goes to show, like we said earlier, the ground balls and the ride clear situations are really going to make a big impact on this game, as we just saw.
And that goal sponsored by State Farm, the Natalie Burkhalter Agency. For all of your insurance needs, make sure you get a hold of Natalie Burkhalter.
Yeah, interesting move by Episcopal there. They put a long stick on the faceoff, so just trying to make it a ground ball play. Looks like the ball may have gotten stuck in the cross of the Kinkaid faceoff guy, but either way, Episcopal gets what they're looking for, creating a little chaos with the long stick.
And you see them trying to pressure that crease. It's number 25, Colin Bennett. Colin Bennett already with 2 scores. And you see the Falcons putting a glove on a glove. This coming all the way out of the cage is number 15, Colton Silverstein. See if the Falcons can eat into this lead.
Numbers again, right ahead.
Got him. Right there on the side of the crease. You called it. Peter Frandina with the score. And don't look now, but the Falcons are making this interesting. The guys from Houston not holding back.
Yeah, good odd man offense there, playing the fast break. I think they had a 4-on-3 or a 5-on-4, ended up getting a great look out of it. And just to, kind of talk about a theme we've discussed a few times here, with the goaltender for Kinkaid getting the ball up so quickly, I think Episcopal's having trouble subbing that fast. That's why you're seeing some of these odd man situations, and it just paid off for Kinkaid.
And I think also, John, I think you mentioned about them having numbers. I'm used to teams when they have the numbers, they go quick, fast, and in a hurry to make sure they get the outlet passes to the open guy. You see for Kinkaid, they're not panicking. They're just staying in their offense, working it around. I don't want to call it methodical to make it seem like they're going at a snail's pace, but they just have some patience is the word that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think it also is it's not necessarily transition where it's just a fast break, but there's substitution errors going on by Episcopal, so they do have more time. It's not, they don't have guys chasing them right from behind. They got a little bit more time. They can space it really well. That's what they did last time. So they got good spacing, got a great shot out of it.
Now the Knights needing to respond to back off the Falcons. Again, these two schools out of Houston playing on March the 28th. Oh, man, that's so pretty. Jackson Hearn standing right in front of the cage with the shot and score. And as I'm talking about them needing to hold these guys off, they do exactly that with the score by Hearn.
Yeah, lacrosse is the best. What a finish there. Goes with the little scoop shot, a nice handle inside, pulls the ball away from the defender, goes with the underhand scoop shot, big goal, and obviously, impressive courage to throw that in a state championship game.
Another State Farm Natalie Burkhalter goal here for the THSLL Class A state title.
So another win there for Episcopal with the long stick player taking the face-off.
Found the pass, boy, and you know what? I'm going to give that save to the pole because that's where the save came from, a little bit inside, and Jack Schaefer has the hat trick. Falcons work to clear, set up their offense. Peter Frandina working from behind the X. And you see the Falcons extending their offense out, bringing the defense all the way out on them as well. He's there. Boy, they were setting that up the whole way. John just not able to execute it.
Yeah, great offense there. A little bit of confusion defensively as Episcopal tried to get their matchups right. Really good offense. That's just a great save. And how many times have we said that today? Just outstanding goaltender play.
Yeah, Ryan Gatto's doing a wonderful job. Both of these guys. Colton Silverstein as well. .527 left in the third.
Good matchup here for Episcopal with Hearn on a short stick. Advantage here for Episcopal. You can already see Kinkaid's got a guy lined up ready to slide. Should be open players.
Slide coming immediately. Number 5, Andrew Budhoff, not able to take that pass, but Jackson Hearn was waving people off like Michael Jordan did when in the one-on-one situation. He's like, I don't need any help here. Jackson Hearn recognizing he had the shorty on him. And showing love with that stick and trying to get back topside was Hearn. And how about that for the hustle for Colton Silverstein, the goalie, diving to the end line to earn the possession.
Yeah, I think you always got to dive. It just helps you, maybe it's psychological, maybe it's not, but it always helps you get closer and hustle plays get rewarded.
Anytime you see that goalie sell out like that, it's going to go to that guy.
Numbers here again for Kinkaid.
Recognizing that they have time, 4:23 here in the third. Robbie Taylor working down the GLE, pulls it out, and that's a shot attempt that goes over the top of the goal from Watt Muir. Possession stays on this end with Kinkaid, down by 2 goals. And they're trying to work this guy, Ryan Gatto, boy, but he is standing up. Now back on this end for the Knights.
I think that was the goaltender's best friend, the post there, that made that save, but Episcopal will take it either way.
There's my guy, man. You know what? Colton Silverstein has played outstanding, giving up 7 goals. But I tell you, any lesser goal, they'd have double digits by now if you were the Knights.
Absolutely.
I want to call that an easy clear, but light pressure applied there by the Knights as the clear for the Falcons back on offense. And down by 2 scores. Working back inside, and gosh, man, this passes and the score, diving. Oh, they're going to get the crease violation and call that one off.
Wow, either way, what a finish, though. Not going to count, but a nice finish to pick it up in traffic, go to that scoop shot like we saw on the other side of the field. Just an unfortunate bounce for Kinkaid to be in the crease there.
Back down the Knights, setting up their offense is Colin Bennett working from behind the X.
Crease violation.
Oh, man, right in close. I feel Mike picking that up. Keeping their eyes on that crease, but boy, Colin Bennett with the shot as the whistle blows.
Yeah, that's going to be a crease violation on the off-ball player there. I don't think Bennett was close. I think it was Hearn cutting through. What a 60-yard pass there. The Hearn cutting through off the ball was the foul there, going the other way.
Jared Laskin out between the numbers and the boundary. The defense all the way out on Laskin. The Knights have no problem with extending their offense. Back in close with the BTB. Watt Muir not able to score, but possession stays with the Falcons. Will he go back to it again? Looks like we have a violation and a man-up opportunity here for the Falcons.
Yeah, 2 good looks there for Kinkaid. More great saves as we've been, being a broken record here this afternoon. But a big opportunity here on the man-up for Kinkaid. Still lots of time in this game, but the longer you let it wait with 2 scores, the more kind of the pressure and gets turned up in this game.
But eventually, as the opportunities increase for Kinkaid in the possession over here, they finally break the seal. You see the opportunities start to happen. Eventually, one squeaks through.
No doubt, and I think that's the danger of having a hot goalie. Is it gets psychologically, it gets into your head a little bit. And you stop shooting, you start looking for the perfect shot. If you can stay aggressive, keep shooting. Maybe try to do a little bit better job of mixing up your shots, especially getting some lower, shots lower, trying to get it out of the top part of the goal. But just keep getting good looks, keep shooting. That's all you can do, even if it's a hot goalie. Nothing you can really do to change that.
And the Falcons bringing the ball inbounds. 1:35 left to play here in the third. The Kinkaid Falcons down by 2 scores. Looking for those cutters in the lane, finding himself back topside. This should be an easy score. They find it, and that's Preston Shields with the score to bring the Falcons to within 1.
Yeah, really nice job here recognizing that the defender rotating into him was the short stick player. Really tough approach there, especially in the low corner. Tough place to play defense as a short stick. Makes a nice face dodge move, meaning he's pulling the stick across his face. And then again, like we've said a couple times, gets back towards the middle of the field, increases his angle. A nice pump fake high, and buries it low.
That is a State Farm Natalie Burkhalter goal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And the face-off by 214 Lacrosse. And Gatto's had his hands full. And, John, that's back to the point I was making about those opportunities for those shot attempts on goal. Eventually, one will get through, as we saw that possession by the Falcons with multiple shot attempts on goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finally, Preston Shields able to get the goal to go through. Hoy working the bouncer. Silverstein.
What a play.
Yeah, I mean, he comes all the way out of the cage, and for me, that's like so risky, but when you have a guy that skilled that knows what he's doing, John, that is awesome.
And then has the presence of mind to slow down a little bit and puts a great pass across the field. Kinkaid's got somebody open here if they can see it.
And you've mentioned several times, we've seen 60-yard passes from him on a dime, and that's the end of the third quarter as the Kinkaid Falcons have 6 and the Episcopal Knights have 7. On the other side, if you're thinking about this, John, for Episcopal, up by a score, you've stolen pretty much a lot of the momentum there in the third quarter. If you're going to get if you're going to get this state title, what more do you need to do to actually cash in and get this title? Because, you know, we've seen the back and forth from both of these squads, but to me, the Episcopal Knights have shown me that they have the more skilled offensive players, but it's just so up and down with when they get scores, because when they do, it scores in bunches.
Yeah, I think the key for them is defensive transition. Nothing easy. They've been really good when they get it to 6-on-6 on even strength. I think the face-offs are going to play a huge role in this fourth quarter. Episcopal's going with the long stick, taking the face-off. Kinkaid responded by putting 2 long sticks on the wings. So we're having three long sticks on these face-offs. So these face-offs, you know, are going to be a war. And just going back to what I said about the shot clock, if you're Episcopal, especially offensively, you don't want to do anything silly, but 7's probably not going to get it done here. You probably need to score at least 1 or 2 more, keep playing offense. Again, the shot clock doesn't allow you to sit on the ball like you might have a few years ago, so you got to keep playing offense, nothing silly, get back, make Kinkaid earn everything. And if you're Kinkaid, you just say, nothing, no panic here, keep getting stops, and let's go play offense and take as many good shots at Gatto as we can.
I'm going to take your word for it, because I think for sure that both of these teams are going to need to score at least, get to 10. I'm going to say the first one to 10 wins, you're going to need to score a lot. We've seen so much of this offense pour on here in the second half as the faceoff taken by the Falcons here in the fourth, down by a goal. Falcons starting the rotation. Again, as you see the Knights switching up their defensive looks, bringing all of their guys out on the perimeter. There's the vision. They find the look. Boy, and it looked like they had the shot they were looking for Jared Laskin. Boy, but Gatto just, man, the vision for that shot, and Laskin works his way back inside, and that was perfect for him, but even better save.
Yeah, great hitch move by Laskin to get back towards the middle of the field, runs through another weak check, and then just a great save. I don't know what else you can say at this point. I think if you're Kinkaid, you got to start trying to get some of these shots lower, try to get him at his feet just to give him a look he hasn't seen yet, but, you know, easier said than done.
And especially with the way that the defense was spreading out there for the Knights. Again, that spacing may have opened an opportunity, but the Falcons not able to take advantage, as now Episcopal is peppering Colton Silverstein with shots. This is a danger zone for the Falcons as they need to create a turnover. As you see these guys collapsing in and around the crease, John.
You know, I think if any of my former coaches were to hear me right now, they'd be rolling their eyes that I'm telling people to shoot high to low, because that is kind of an old, coaching adage, and it's easier said than done up here. But to the extent that you can try to mix up your shots and get them out of the top corners of the net, it's just challenging, especially when the goaltenders are seeing the ball so well.
Jackson Hearn slipping behind the X, working his way back topside, and that's an errant pass for number 99, Drew Hafner, just not able to get the possession, going out of bounds. Possession now is going to go to Kinkaid.
Yeah, I thought Hafner was in a good spot there, though. I don't mind that look. Obviously didn't connect on it, but he's at kind of 10, 12 yards right in the middle of the defense there in kind of the slot area. Not a bad look there.
Again, this defense for the Knights extending all the way out. They're trying to find a cutter in the lane. Right now, I keep my eyes on number 3, Peter Frandina. .40 seconds here on the shot clock. Boy, quality shot. Wide left of the cage. Possession staying on this end. Oh, trying to work the bounce, and Watt Muir, you see how disappointed he was in that shot. He thought he had it. How about that for the rear check? Almost takes his stick with him. And the bouncer for number 8, Jared Laskin. Boy, Ryan Gatto playing his heart out, but nothing could be done about that shot from Jared Laskin.
Yeah, partner, you asked me at the beginning of the game, how does the rain impact it? That's one thing I didn't mention with the turf is sometimes you can get a little bit of a quicker skip on the bounce passes, or on the bounce shots. Won't come out as high, will kind of stay low and skip and make, confuse goalies a little bit who are used to more of a true bounce. But again, that's kind of what I was saying too, about just get them low. Low is better than high, I think, for the most part on these goaltenders, and a nice shot there. And we're tied, 8:45 left in the state championship game. If you're a player, this is all you can ask for.
Absolutely, and that goal brought to you by the State Farm agency of Natalie Burkhalter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and they face off by 2-1-4 Lacrosse. Plenty of great lacrosse yet in store. How about that for Silverstein jumping in front of the goal? And I wish the people could see you just moving on every shot attempt. You can't be still. I thought it was something in your chair. It's just you jumping every shot.
This is just really impressive goaltending, and I always tend to think, as an offensive player myself, always tend to think through the offensive player's eyes. So, you do everything right, you get to a great spot on the field, and you just can't cash it. When you're playing, it is obviously frustrating, but so impressive to hear. Both goaltender doesn't want to lose this matchup here.
And a timeout called on the field. And 8:03 on the clock in the 4th. Right now, we're all knotted up, man. This is, I said it before, first 1 to 10 wins, feels like to me. You're going to need more than just three goals or 1 goal to pull ahead. Every time the Episcopal Knights have scored, you've seen the Kinkaid Falcons come back with an answer. So the up and downs for this game is front and center. But the question is, who wants to be a state champion? As the national champion is impressed by the high-level goal play. When I go back to what you said about that last goal, as we saw it come off of the head from Jared Laskin, that was a low shot that pretty much just skimmed the top of this turf. and there was nothing that Ryan Gatto could do to stop it.
If you're Kinkaid here, Episcopal's doing a great job, I think, with their defensemen. They're kind of getting off their players off ball a little bit and really eating up space. I think you got to try to make them pay for that. They're not guarding the off-ball guys super closely. They're looking to help and kind of create some chaos here. There's cutters open here for Kinkaid. If they can find them here, I think that'll be big. This might be a zone here from Episcopal. You see the guy sitting right in front of the goal. That's kind of a telltale sign of the zone. It might just be something they want to get into, especially out of a timeout, just to throw them off. We'll see.
As you see the cutter, number 14, Preston Shields, working back to the top of the offense. Going back down behind the X and putting his stick right in between that pass is number 17, Connor Shanley. Shanley working the long stick, and how about that for an outlet pass, partner?
Yeah, Shanley's been incredible in this game. He's had several of those, caused turnovers. And what I love is he's really looking to support his teammates' matchup. He's not worried about his guys scoring. He's looking to play team defense, looking to get in the passing lanes and support his team. And they've really made life on those Kinkaid attackmen difficult all day.
Jackson Hearn out behind the X. Running off the double teams. They have the long stick on number 1. Back to Colin Bennett. Right now, the Knights setting up their offense. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Episcopal. A shot attempt over the top of the cage. Possession is going to stay on this end with the Knights. They only have 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Got to see if you can get a good look, and then if you can't, try to bury it in the corner.
Jackson Hearn with the pass outside, and that's going to be wide right. Only going to leave 3 seconds. Shot clock violation would be huge. Instead of the shot clock violation, they opt for the turnover. And working the clear is number 8 for the Falcons. They have numbers, and they have a score! Peter Frandina with the score. How about that? How quick switch was that? They get the pass and score immediately. He takes no time by getting that shot back up.
Yeah, a couple things here. Great release on the shot. Doesn't even take a cradle. What I mean by that is doesn't take a second to reset the ball, just catches it, gets it right out immediately. We had a great angle of that from where we were sitting in the booth, went just over the elbow. And then again, one of the storylines of this game is the quick transition of Kinkaid, started by the goaltender, just getting it right up. Episcopal probably should have buried that ball in the corner. Instead, they opt to try to go for the goal, and it ends up going the other way.
Trying to win the faceoff, and the Falcons do as they pulled ahead by a score. How about that for the check? Boy, that's working it with that long stick on the far side. Wow, number 8, Garcia. And a bit of a scrum on the near side. Who's going to come away with the ground ball? And the Falcons do. What a battle by Kinkaid. Talk about the ground ball war. I've seen in this game, it's been about 50-50 between these squads. It really just comes down to who wants it the most.
Absolutely. That's a huge play in this game. 5 minutes left. You're looking at an opportunity to tie it versus an opportunity to go up 2 here. I've kind of stressed throughout the game, no time to panic, and obviously with the shot clock, you still have time to go, but obviously you're starting to get to winning time here. It's getting later. These goals are huge.
And 40 seconds now on the shot clock as Jared Laskin working down the alley, getting it back behind the X, trying to come back top side. See number 17 showing the cradle, Jack Easterby pulling it out. Easterby standing in between the hashes. Drawing the defense for the Knights all the way out. Again, looking for a cutter in the lane. They find it! And that's the score for Preston Shields. As the Falcons go ahead by 2 scores. And you know, I said earlier, first 1 to 10 wins. Kinkaid right there on the doorstep.
Yeah, great cut and finish here. Not sure if that's exactly what he was trying to do with the shot,
right.
But as the old saying goes, high bouncers will go.
Right.
Bounces it right into the top corner. Beautiful finish.
It wasn't as quick as those other shots were. It was definitely a bouncer. He put that right where it needed to be, and it bounced right up at the top of the cage. It comes right down for the score, and the Falcons take another face-off.
Huge possession here. If you're Episcopal here, you need to stop. Absolutely need to stop. Kinkaid, I think, will probably run the clock down a little bit to get towards the end of that shot clock. And, you know, this is a huge possession in this game.
3 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And, John, for certain periods of this game, it just looked like Kinkaid was really just accepted their fate because of the way that the Knights were playing. But, man, they have stuck to their game plan and stayed aggressive on offense, and it is starting to pay off for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking to find some short sticks here to go after. Quick slides by Episcopal, looking to probably put the ball on the ground, cause a turnover here.
Coming back inside on the no penalty call. Looked like there was going to be a penalty, but no penalty called there. Wow. Just letting them play. That's physical.
So no panic here if you're Episcopal. You got time to score, win the faceoff again, and score. You don't need to take the first shot. The important thing is you get a really good look here. Obviously try to get a score, but we're not under the 80 seconds yet for shot clock or anything like that. Take your time. Find whatever you think is going to get your best shot and try to get the best look possible.
Yeah, you're right, John. No panic shown here by the Knights as they fire their first shot. What's left of the cage, possession stays on this end with the Knights. Under 2 minutes to play. And inside, another save by Colton Silverstein.
Shot by 3, Schaefer, saved by 15.
Oh, trying to walk the line is number 1, Jackson Hearn, and he goes out of bounds, and the possession goes to the Falcons.
Such a difficult play there on the boundary because if it goes out, you might be able to keep it, but those ones that are kind of trickling out, you're not sure if they're going to get all the way out. It's so difficult. I think Hearn made the right decision there. That he had to pick it up and try to make a play with it. You know, good job by the Kinkaid guys to get him out of bounds, but just a really difficult play and a bad bounce there by for Episcopal, but obviously another great save.
Robbie Taylor on the far side, being haggled by those long poles. Minute 16 with up by 2 scores for the Falcons. John, my question is, when do you panic if you're a Knight?
You might want to think about getting the goalie out of the goal here and try to get the goalie onto an offensive player, try to double the ball here.
1 minute remaining, fourth quarter.
They do have time, so they got about 30 seconds here after the shot clock will expire. So, you know, kind of a difficult middle ground here. You know, ideally, if you're Episcopal, one of these long sticks can make a play and put a check, get the ball on the ground.
That's 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Falcons, working in close, and that's a shot attempt and score by Watt Muir. And boy, Muir working his way back across the offense finding the perfect vision for that shot. As you see the replay, that is a laser shot for the Falcons in Muir.
Yeah, really hard as a left-handed shooter there to get it all the way back to the far pipe, but difficult to do as a shooter. Really hard to stop, especially for the right-handed goaltender in there, having to go to his off hip. But, a great shot, and obviously, 3-goal deficit here with 30 seconds left. A massive goal in this game.
Hey, John, I'm not a state title, I'm a national champion, but I did tell you first 1 to 10 wins. And here we are, 20 seconds left in this match. You just knew that the Falcons had to pull away in order to get this victory because the Episcopal Knights had answered everything up until this point as they pull away by 3 scores. And just like that.
Yeah, just running out the clock time now for Kinkaid.
And how about that for the revenge for the Kinkaid Falcons, losing on March the 28th to the Knights, and they exact their revenge here at Buddy Eccles Field in Coppell. A great game played, and the Knights, boy, they played their hearts out, but the Falcons stayed patient, and they worked their game plan, and they come away with the victory.
Yeah, what a game. I think both teams obviously should hold their heads tremendously high here. They fought right to the end. Somebody obviously has to win or lose, but a great game, a great display of lacrosse in Texas, and like I said, both teams should be tremendously proud of the seasons they had.
So what I'm trying to figure out, John, is who is going to be your player of the game? I mean, so many different guys had 2 scores. Peter Frandina with 2, Preston Shields with 2, Jack Easterby. I mean, a lot of these guys were included on the scoring. So, man, it's going to be tough to decipher who's going to be the MVP. But I'm going to give a team goal. No matter what you do, you better give one to the goalie, Colton Silverstein.
To me, it's Silverstein. I think just an incredible display in the goal, obviously with the saves, and then out of the goal as well. In their clear game, I thought he was spectacular. And then that last goal that kind of decided the game there, picks off the pass, makes the quick outlet play, which is really a story of the whole game, leads to a transition score for Kinkaid. I think he was the MVP for me.
Not only Silverstein, but then on the other side for Ryan Gatto, you've already mentioned that it's hard to, there's going to be a runner-up trophy given out here, but both of these teams played so hard and are deserving of that title. Only one team is going to win, and that's going to be the Kinkaid Falcons. But on the other side, for Ryan Gatto, he played his heart out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, someone's got to win, right? That's the nature of sports, and neither goalie, win or lose, however that game shook out at the end, neither goalie was going to be to blame. 2 incredible performances, and both those kids should be extremely, extremely proud of themselves after that one.
And right now what they're doing is we're getting the Class A state title trophy prepared as the 2 teams, all of the expensive equipment on the field right now. It's a parent's dream. It's just, throw that helmet, why don't you?
See how high you can get it.
Yeah. But really a great job by the Kinkaid Falcons. Can't say enough about them. Like I said, there were points in time in this game where it looked like they were dead in the water. They did not have any answers for what Episcopal was bringing. Colin Bennett at one point was just scoring at will. And defensively, the slide wasn't coming quick enough. They did not have an answer for Jackson Hearn nor Jack Schaefer. but somehow they managed to climb back in this game. And that's why I'm talking about Colton Silverstein, because Silverstein was not only outstanding on those saves, also outstanding on getting the transition started. Several times you mentioned him and his ability to make those 60, 40-yard passes to get the clip.
Yeah, absolutely. He was huge. I think of one loose ball specifically to end the third quarter there. We played it, as we call it, goosing it, which means kind of flicking it on the ground without picking it up. He goosed it between his legs, turned around, picked it up, then on the run made a cross-field pass to his player right in stride. Just impressive stuff from him. And you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, lacrosse is a game of runs. Oftentimes, it's the team who goes on the last run who wins the game, and I think that's what happened today.
And, like in basketball, when you get an opportunity as a coach, you see a team taking some momentum, you call a timeout, you hope to slow that down. A lot of times for both of these coaches, Mike Donnelly allowed some of those runs to continue to play on as a coach. And I'm not second-guessing his decision. I'm just saying when you see a team going on the kind of run that you saw the Falcons go on, what do you do to stymie it or at least slow that down? Yeah,
I think you have a few options. I think especially in the second half, using the timeouts is tougher because you want to leave it for end of game scenario. If you need to keep possession, I think you saw them go to the long stick on the face-off, which I think is what a lot of teams will do. You can try to pressure out a little bit more defensively, but I thought their defense was outstanding all day. So it's tough to really make a lot of adjustments on that end. And then on the offensive side of the field, it's really tough to make adjustments late in games. You don't really want to, in my opinion, change too much what you're doing. It's a, kind of a guessing game or a balance of what is working for us and what has worked for us all year. And if we're going to go down, let's go down doing what we do best. And they ran into a good team and a hot goalie.
Once again,
the hot goalie, but also Peter Frandina just pulling out all the stops. Him and Watt Muir just so hard to deal with. When those guys, their sticks got hot, they were just unstoppable.
Offensive MVP
and
the 2023 Class A championship game goes to Kinkaid. Number 3, Peter Frandina.
Handing out the MVPs and Peter Frandina.
A great selection there, as you mentioned, could have gone to several people. Really a team effort by Kinkaid. They should be tremendously proud of themselves.
The 2023 Class A state championship game goes to Kinkaid. Number 15, goalie Colton Silverstein.
Yeah, that's a guy you got to give him an MVP as well. Colton Silverstein playing his heart out, standing on his head.
And your 2023 Class A state championship MVP goes to, from Kinkaid, number 8 midfielder Jared Laskin.
Jared Laskin. I think they got this right. Jared Laskin just outstanding with his shot selection. Not only the shot selection from Laskin was impressive, but his vision and also facilitating the offense. We saw several times him working from behind X, finding guys in front of the mouth of the goal. That vision, when you have a guy that operates like good point guard the way that he did, I think you saw that make the difference. And number 8, Jared Laskin, did a wonderful job. He's an MVP.
Absolutely. Congrats to him. Congrats to the whole team. A great day for lacrosse in Texas. And, thanks for having me on, partner. This is a lot of fun.
Man, it was absolutely incredible as the THSLL Class A state title is going back to Houston one way or another as the Kinkaid Falcons take the Class A state title. And looks like next year the title will be in Houston, Texas. And just like Houston, the rain has held off for us here today, we have more lacrosse in store. I want to thank everyone who's been a part of this, but don't go anywhere as the headliner is coming your way here on Game on Sports. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this matchup. But again, we will be right back. God bless you all, and have a good day.